I have written a letter saying meet me there to Hui Wen, and she's supposed to find me at the chosen location.
My relationship with Das, we are both very loving. We come home to see each other. We share everything.
I think it would be a little bit fun to just put Chen Pin through the test, see where he'll go, what he'll say, what he'll do.
Hi, Das.
Huh?
You open the door for us.
This is for you.
Oh, thank you.
Am I supposed to open this?
Meet me there.
I say, meet me there from my wife.
Meet me there. Amma.
Yeah, I wanted to ask where is Eunice.
I guess I have to find her.
She's plotting something.
Hi, I'm Eunice. I am a Singapore street artist. I have been painting walls since 2015, so that's about 10 years. And I have about 20 public artworks. So, I choose to do this show with my assistant. She has been assisting me in painting walls. In most of my work, I paint a lot of Singapore stories, site-specific stories, translated into large-scale murals, and she has been a part of that journey. We paint onto walls, I think not just purely something that is nice to look at, but there's more layers of meaning and story and research that actually goes behind an artwork in a public space. So right now, we are working on a project at Marine Parade where we are painting visuals on HDB blocks. Hui Wen thinks that she is going to these HDB flats to continue that project today. Little did she know, she's going to be ambushed.
Definitely very surprised. I'm not loading right now because I haven't ate. Yeah, I was hoping when she comes, we go and get coffee. Then maybe my brain will start working a bit more. So Eunice actually designed all these icons, and I mostly help to paint. We'll be painting different icons related to Singapore heritage. HDBs, they can look quite similar. So for people with special needs or elderly with dementia, it might be difficult for them to navigate. So we hope that all these icons will help them a little bit, like, hey, I stay at the Ota building kind of thing. I'm surprised this happened. Yeah, and I need to find Eunice. Right now we will go straight to Joo Chiat Road. Yeah, we'll be heading to a temple. So the mural is located within the temple. We recently painted that in December.
Hi, my name is Gwen, and I'm the co-founder of Lion City Parkour and also the founder of Women's Parkour Singapore. I'm the only female parkour practitioner in Singapore that founded an academy.
Chen Pin is my husband. He's also my business partner. We both run the academy together.
We are one of the biggest parkour academies in Singapore.
For Chen Pin, I would say he is the face of parkour in Singapore.
I'm a parkour practitioner for 19 years. If I can find her with just the meet me there letter, that shows that she really trusts that I know her very well. Now I'm going to Bishan Park, which was the place where I proposed to her, and in our early days of our relationship, we actually spent a lot of time there.
When we first met, we met at this trampoline park that he works at. After that initial meeting, we kind of follow each other on Instagram.
How I kind of know of her is also through her videos that she posts, that she dances a lot. She's actually a really well-known dancer also in Singapore dance community.
I would post stuff and then he would reply me. We actually got closer because he was looking for a job in media production, and back then I was about to start a new job in this production house that was run by my poly lecturer. Then I told him, oh, you can try writing into my lecturer and let's see if he'll hire you, and he really got hired. It was while we were working at this production house that we got together.
I feel like at some point I probably would have given parkour a shot, but I might not have gotten as into it as I am now if it weren't for the fact that I was dating Chen Pin.
She does come and hang out. She'll watch me coach, and that's how she slowly eased her way into picking up the sport more seriously. Right, it's over there, but I don't see anybody. I think maybe we can just go there anyways, check it out. She hiding? I don't think so. Behind?
Where is she going now? She looks so lost. When I first met Hui Wen, she was a really innocent girl who just finished her O-levels. She came to me with a portfolio asking whether she's suitable to go to art school. So I said that she has skills. Yes, definitely she can paint, she can draw. She eventually did go to art school, and I felt borderline responsible, to be honest. Maybe I put her into like an industry that she has to struggle in, and I really want to look out for her and take care of her.
This mural is called Radiance, and it was our recent shared memories. The mural is located within the temple. Yeah. This is the biggest mural that I've painted so far, together with Eunice. And she's not here.
I'm not surprised. In fact, I expected her to go to Radiance because that is the latest, biggest mural that we have ever painted together. I decided not to go to Radiance because it's an artwork that is more personal to me, and decided to wait at a place where it's more personal to her.
This is a very open space, so we managed to rent a boom lift. Eunice made it quite straightforward to paint. She had the VR headset goggle, so it was easier to impose the drawing onto the wall.
Virtual reality headset means we are able to import the artwork into our perspective and impose our artworks onto an empty wall, and I will actually use a marker, a pen, or the spray can to actually start drawing. Traditionally, mural artists would need to grid and measure precisely on the whole wall. Using the VR headset would speed up about at least a week, depending how big the mural is.
We will be going to Basah next because that's another place we have a lot of memories.
What is this? Meet me there, Amma. I feel like me and my mom talk a lot to each other and we have a lot of memories. But I'm honestly not very confident that I'll be able to find her today. I'm so nervous. So, Let me bring you all to the first location.
Das is a TV presenter. He's also an actor. He also does TikToks. I do create content with my son. It's interesting. Chianghuai ma அப்படின்னு கேட்டா அதோட நான் வந்து என்ன தெரியுமா ஆன்சர் கொடுத்தேன் புகாயி அப்படின்னு சொன்னேன். He does content in multi languages, in English, Malay, Mandarin and Tamil, and I feel very proud of him that he can speak 4 languages quite fluently.
你要按摩啊？
一个
1 means?
1 hour.
ஒரு கால் தான்.
We started creating content about 3 years ago. We learn a lot from each other. Actually, I didn't know much about TikTok and about doing content. All this I learned from him, and it's like we had more time together.
I ran out of content to do myself, so I just thought, oh, okay, since you're around, let's try to make some content, and it did really well. So every time I run out of content ideas, I just exploit my mom.
When I was young, I was very interested in acting, and there were not much opportunities. Like today, we have TikTok and other social media to expose your talent to other people.
Excuse me. நான் ஒரு குடும்பத்துல ரூம் விட்டு வெளியே வரேன். இந்த கை தட்டல் பாராட்டல் அங்க.
Knowing my son is an actor today, it's like my dream came true.
We are at Bukit Panjang. We are going to Karus first. Back then, I used to go more often because you always go out with your mom, and when your mom asks you where you want to go, you would say Karus. So we are approaching the restaurant. Don't have. She's not here. She's not here. So this show should be "Don't Meet Me There," and I probably got it correct.
We started going there when my son was about 6-7 years old.
When I was younger, I feel very happy. I feel like, oh, we could afford to come and eat out, right? Because it's always a luxury to do that.
Thus, he has gone through a lot since childhood, maybe because of the unhappiness in the family. And then when I took care of him alone, I was not there most of the time. I was working long hours. I bring him to Karus restaurant because since he was young, he likes the food there.
My mom is my only parent. She's a single parent. Prior to the divorce, my mom was more reliant on my dad financially, and there were a lot of money problems. Luxuries were still a bit hard to come by. Well, eventually, when my mom decided to file for divorce, she got a very secure job. So the next location is going to be the first house. That is the home that my parents decided to divorce in. It doesn't bring back really good memories. But if I see my mother there, I feel like maybe we could find closure in that space, and we can remind each other that we have moved on from that phase of our life.
I don't think she's hiding. I don't think she'll be hiding.
Yeah, I knew he'll go here. That's why I didn't go there.
I was surprised because this would be pretty much the first place that comes to mind, actually. this is our very first date spot. And also, I proposed to her over here. And like, we planned a very funny surprise proposal. A bunch of our friends are actually hiding behind the walls as I brought her here.
On the day of the proposal, I was, I think, more shocked than anything because I quickly went from being angry with him, thinking that it was another person's proposal that he was trying to chap into, and then later becoming like, huh, this is my proposal?
I knelt down and then opened the ring, and then that's when she realized it's actually for her.
When we first started dating, my parents found out what he was doing. They were horrified. And then my parents found out he was doing not just as a hobby or passion, but as a profession. They were very, very worried. Are you sure you want to be somebody who does this?
But I think I really show that I am at a different level. And when I can show them that I really can teach the sport well, I can also like conduct myself well. Like I earn their respect through that. It's no longer just a hobby. It's really like a livelihood.
When my parents kind of saw how dedicated and how passionate he was, slowly they came to accept what he was doing.
If she's not here, then I'm honestly have to think really hard for the next spot already.
The next spot that I'm going to is Bishan Block 204, also known as Bishan Spot 1. It's a very famous parkour spot in Bishan.
So hopefully she's there. So this is Singapore's very, very famous parkour spot. A lot of people from overseas travel down just to train here. I think it first got popular because I posted a lot of training videos on my YouTube channel, and across the world people recognize this sport and they would message me, they would ask like, am I free to come and show them around? Wow, everywhere under construction. They totally tear it down.
With Eunice, I feel like friends itself is a very broad term to describe the relationship. Normally when I introduce her, I would introduce her as a senior and a 师傅 also.
Yeah, so she will usually, 我的师傅在那边. I will paiseh a bit lah, like, not lah. It's like I'm just a 小人物, small chat. But of course, inside, like I feel like it's quite nice. Usually, I don't call her my 徒弟. To be honest, I really see her as maybe not just a friend, but more like a younger sister.
Right now, we are walking towards Basah complex. We have a lot of memories related to this place. I think the constant rain that happened while we were painting the mural contributed to it being memorable. So she's not here.
Of course, I'm not there.
So the title of this mural is Gen XYZ, 3 different generations together in this mural. So everything you see here are subjects related to things that happen in Basah or the existing shops we have now. Maybe in the past, parents will come here and buy all the 10-year series book. This purple vinyl player is supposed to represent back in the past. They used to hold a lot of Sing Yao concerts here. So this area will be filled with people.
Actually, till today, every year during Night Festival, there will be Sing Yao concerts performed over there. So Sing Yao is traditional old Singapore folk music, performed quite often in Basah. This mural was challenging. We actually used a scaffold. Yeah, so you can see the workers are building the scaffold and they are actually putting a blue net over. So you can tell it is already in itself hard to see the wall. In a usual drawing painting setting, artists likes to draw and take a few steps back to ensure whether they are drawing correctly, the proportions are right or whatnot. But this is a bit hard. We took about 21 to 22 days to paint a mural with the rain. Yes, it's the longest I've taken to do a mural.
At that point of time, Eunice was struggling with some problems of her own. And whenever she needed time to take care of this problem, I will try to handle the project as much as I can.
Yes, I was going through an emotionally tough time. It's things that are happening back at home. So that's where I think we began to open up and share a bit more about our personal lives with each other rather than just her assisting me in painting the wall itself.
Why didn't you choose that area to be the reunion?
Because at the end of the day, as much as she did step up as a friend, I feel that Tampines Changkat was still the first mural that she really took ownership. So we are at Tampines Changkat Community Centre, and this is the place I have chosen because, ta-da! This location is significant because it is a mural that is given to me, but I decided to pass it on to her. She designed, led, and researched on her own, and it's really her entire style. It is the very first project that I officially assist her in. I've seen her grown as a person, as an artist, and I really wanted for her to take on something bigger. So Tampines Changkat CC was undergoing renovation, and the mural project was for their opening event. The opening event was 9 AM, and it's just a few hours away and we are not done yet and we have to rush. She decided to go for dinner with her friends, and I thought she'll be back by a couple of hours, but she only came back close to midnight. And I was really furious because it was supposed to be her wall and she needed to take responsibility and ownership. It was the first time that I was really harsh on her because I felt like this is something that she really needed to learn. And I believe she took that to heart and she did learn it. We actually painted till 2 AM, so we had really little hours sleep, but we still managed to come on time where she presented the mural to the ministers, the members of the public, and they were really pleased with the work. So I think Hui Wen will take a while to find me here, but I'm sure that this is significant enough for her, and it is definitely a place filled with memories.
So where is she? She here?
This was my first ever vlog. After I arrived at this place, I don't feel like it was as daunting as I would have expected it to be. I don't think I need closure. I feel like it's okay and it's fine. Okay, I guess she's not here. Okay, Amma, I'm at the block 119 and why aren't you here? And where are you?
Actually, looking at this place, I feel very emotional, a bit sad. That was the beginning of his life actually. He was born at Teck Whye and we lived there about 12 years. But then there's no good memories there. So definitely I wouldn't have waited for him there.
My dad and mom's relationship was very tumultuous and it brought back a lot of memories that I still actively block out. I feel like every part of Singapore or the world was more fun than going home. I came back to a very unhappy home, and in fact, I thought every family was like that.
I got my divorce when Das was in primary 6. He was doing his PSLE that year.
My mom got sole custody of me. So we had to make the best of us being a duo. The biggest fear for my mom was losing her job, so she wouldn't take leave as and when. My mom has worked 10 to 10 p.m. every day for maybe a good 5 to 10 years of my life. I feel like I was forced to be very independent at a young age. In my childhood, my mom missed a lot of milestones because of her work commitments, maybe collecting my PSLE results. I eventually got very used to it. And I realized that I got so used to it till Star Awards. I was so used to the fact that my mom is not going to be there. And I don't usually invite her to events and such milestones.
红星大奖2023最佳潜力星，
得奖的是 Destiny。
恭喜 Destiny！
This is the part that he will always want me to watch with him. When his name was announced and then he went to collect his award.
In 2023, I won Best Rising Star for Star Awards. I was the first Indian to win a Star Award in a performance category.
哇！还有我最想感谢的就是我的妈妈，我不想放弃，她也是没有逼我放弃，跟我一起坚持下去。谢谢大家。
I was not there during the Star Awards because he didn't even tell me about it. I feel that I missed a lot. I should have actually attended. When he won the award, that was one of the happiest moments. It was a good memory. Here is where his career took off. So I think this is a very significant place. We are at MediaCorp and we are waiting for Das to come here. MediaCorp is important to me and Das is because his present and future is here. All his opportunities are here and his success was also here. I really hope that Das will find me here.
So this is the spot. They totally tore it down. We used to train here a lot. She's not here. Thought maybe there's a chance she'll be here.
Oh man, everything's gone.
One of the very, very first parkour training session with Gwen, it was right here.
That place holds a lot of memories for me, not just with Chen Pin, but with a lot of my friends. My ladies' classes were held there weekly for the past few years. So seeing it just completely gone like that was that was very heart-wrenching lah. Over time, we do tend to lose parkour spots like that. Some areas where they are more popular amongst the parkour practitioners, they get a high influx of complaints from residents. Over time, all these venues get demolished or they become less parkour friendly essentially. So it's sad because that's where I kind of started also.
I kind of ran out of possible spots in Bishan already, so I have to figure out which would be the next one.
So I think I'm going to head over to the east side now. That's where I'm from.
Oh, that sounds good.
Okay, I think if it's anywhere in the east, it should be Bedok Reservoir, the spot where we hung out the night before Valentine's Day.
The next location we are going to, Pending, which was our interim house before we moved to Woodlands. Amma, I feel like I'm a lost child. Hi, Amma. Okay, she's not here.
Das is now at Bukit Panjang. We stayed here about 6 to 8 months.
This was formerly my uncle's place. After my parents divorced and they sold the matrimonial flat at Teck Whye, we lived here. So the house was very cramped. I had to share a room with my mom. I'm feeling very sad. I can't find her.
I'm tired of waiting, quite exhausted. I don't know why waiting is very stressful.
Amma, I'm coming. You better be there. My mother works in an office in Adelphi, so I used to hang out there. I hope she is there now. Oh God, it was so sad if she's like standing outside the office for so long, waiting for me. When I was young, after school, my school bus would send me to Adelphi, as opposed to sending me home, because that's where my mom used to work. I would go back to Adelphi to complete my homework. See, she's not there. This office was where I used to come after school. I'm so familiar with this entire area. There's a fruit shop downstairs. Then I think in level 2 there used to be a popiah shop, which I always go to. That's my only escape from this very serious environment. I usually buy snacks, a lot of snacks. I don't even have to tell them what I bought because I can just finish it on the way up and they will never be able to see it.
That period, financially, I had a better job. I was earning quite well, and I made sure whatever he wanted, I try my best to give it to him. When there is audition, when he was young, I used to bring him. When there is speech competition, I also brought him. And I always tell him, if there is an opportunity for you to perform, just let me know, we will go together. He tried many avenues. There were failures, but he didn't give up. He was very ambitious.
I remember putting in effort. I remember receiving those rejections, and I remember the fact that my mom was supporting me financially in my 30s because I did not have money.
Yeah, he looked exhausted. He looked like he had already given up.
I'm just trying to put myself in her shoes and I can't think of anything. I think we should give up. It's not the answer you want to hear, right?
I've decided to go to one of the very first mural I've helped Eunice with, which is called Folding Dreams. As we are reaching, I hope she's there so that I can ask her to talk.
She'll be sorely disappointed. Start crying, Hui Wen. Start crying. I'm not there.
I don't see a Eunice.
I don't see Eunice. Am I an object to you?
I feel very sad. Eunice, are you watching this? You made me walk a lot today. This mural is called Folding Dreams. Yeah, so I thought she might choose this place because this is one of the early murals that I officially helped her do.
The story of Folding Dreams is that Mustafa Center started out as a handkerchief store. Therefore, the cranes are not paper cranes, they're actually handkerchief cranes. It is really near and walkable to Mustafa, that's why I painted it in that location.
I actually spent quite a lot of time painting the small little purple crane. Back then, was quite new to painting itself and I fall sick so many times, right?
like fever, cough, cannot get out of bed kind of thing. She's just not used to it because mural painting is physical.
So, where do we intend to go next?
Really Catalan, number 2. There's no Eunice here.
I thought Eunice would be there because that's the mural I first touched. Not like actually paint, but only touch.
I actually think it's quite sweet she went to Catalan too, because it is truly our first interaction on a wall together. You know, the first time is always special, no matter how big or small it is, and it like stays as a memory forever.
She's not here. I need to think. Wait. Where?
Now I'm starting to doubt myself that she will actually come here. Leh.
It's getting late. Yeah, so and I traveled really far already. So if it's not here, then I guess we have to travel really far again to go and find her for the next one.
I actually was a little worried that he wouldn't be able to find me because we don't go and talk in depth about all these kind of memories and places that we have.
Bedok Reservoir. It's meaningful to our relationship. It was one day before Valentine's Day. So we just wanted to spend the night together. And I had to go to the police station. So I just asked Gwen if she wants to come along. A couple of years ago, I posted a video on YouTube. When I made the video, it was really to showcase Simei, my hometown. I kind of did like a nighttime training video, and that video actually consists of me, being on top of East Point Mall rooftop.
That particular scene, I think, was what made the video go very viral on Facebook, especially. The East Point Mall management caught wind of the video, so they actually filed a police report.
So after going to the police station, I was actually put on bail so that my passport is confiscated, and I guess I had to keep reporting every 2 weeks. I'm aware that the video can seem like I'm trying to associate parkour with, trespassing, rooftoping, and illegal stuff. So I really kind of regret that part. I want to represent the sport in a healthier light.
Okay, we're reaching. I see the jetty. Are those people there?
He's still looking. Oh my goodness.
Yes, her? Oh, it's really her. I guessed correctly.
So long!
Why would you come to the east?
Why not?
Why
not? Don't spoil the mic.
Yeah.
Okay, you came in the end. That's all that matters. You know what is this location or not?
Of course I know. She bailed me out. It was related to the East Point Mall incident. Then we came over here. That was also the day we first held hands. And then on 12 midnight, we first kissed here. Yeah. And then the next day was Valentine's Day.
I chose this place in particular because it was technically where we had our first unofficial date.
I think parkour was just the spot, it's the avenue. You can replace parkour with something else and still have that same effect of bringing us together.
I agree with what you said. I was very passionate in dance, you were very passionate in parkour. So I think it kind of helped because we were both equally passionate in different things and we therefore had a lot to share and talk about. Right.
True.
It's a nice little refreshing change that I'm able to actually physically hear and see him in this side, you know.
I think it's really good to recall our journey, and yeah, I think this is a reminder also to form new memories.
Oh no!
So, Ras,
Yeah.
you decided to give up?
I didn't give up because I felt I was lazy. I felt I covered all my bases. So if I keep going to random places, then I think I won't be honest with myself on what I truly think is a shared memory. So I'm really curious to know where this mysterious place y'all have been holding my mother hostage for the past 10 hours, 10 and a half hours. Wow, poor her, yeah. So I decided, let's just go and find out. What is this shared memory that my mom feels is so significant that I don't know? I'm not very good with directions, but this is like media circle. Are we going to Media Corp? Hi.
Hi, how are
Long
you?
time no see. 11 hours.
11 hours. Finally, you found.
Okay, good job. What were you doing for 11 hours?
Waiting.
Just sitting here every
Waiting,
day.
yes.
So, why do you think your mom will be here?
I just feel like maybe because all along I wanted to be in the media industry, and then I think I have achieved a lot of milestones in my career. Maybe there's something that you're proud about, so that's a shared memory that we have.
That's also your passion.
I think in the grand scheme of things, this has been not a very easy journey for us growing up. A lot of my friends who want to do the same things that I do don't have support from parents. But I think you have been very supportive to the point where you even are in my videos, you are even encouraging me to try things. So you have been a very good mother in terms of being supportive.
I have to thank you for including me in your TikToks.
Yeah, that's
Thank you
great.
very much.
She's a cloud chaser. She just wants to be famous. So yeah, yeah.
So is she coming? Is she coming yet? Waited all day for her. Is she like nearby? Or did she go buy another bubble tea? Oh, she's not her. I thought it was her. So I'm feeling pretty nervous actually. I'm not sure how she'll react to me waiting for her here, but I'm also excited. Oh my gosh! Eunice! Oh my god! Late for work all the time, still late find me.
Yes, I finally found you.
Are you?
Okay, alive.
So I picked this location is because it's the very first mural that our roles were reversed.
Oh, okay.
Like sure you can draw, I am 100% confident in your drawing, but to manage a whole project by yourself, I thought that was a milestone for you.
Oh.
I knew from then on, after this mural, you could take projects on your own and you could
She's the best.
You could fly on your own.
I was touched because why would you pick my mural? Your own mural already have a significant amount of memories.
I have a small little gift for you. So while waiting for you 10 hours, you know. So I drew a little bird for you. Can you tell what species?
It's a parakeet.
Yes! It's the most recent bird that you told me when we were painting at Marine Parade.
Yes, I will treasure it forever.
Continue to let your wings and fly and be the artist that you're meant to be. I don't know if Hui Wen ever knew how much I try my best to look out for her. People around me actually ask me, why do you take care of her so much? I always tell people, you're like my 小妹. I'll always look out for you.